Mark Zuckerberg earns a $1 a year salary, and it's not for some righteous meaning. In fact, it's the secret behind why many billionaires pay less tax than you. And he's not the only one, as this is common practice amongst many billionaires. Propublica allegedly obtained the IRS details of some serious billionaires and found out how 25 of the richest Americans paid less as a percentage of income compared to most Americans. Whilst as a percentage of their wealth, their taxes are quite low, taxing based on wealth is very complicated and really impact the average person more than it would a billionaire. So for me, the biggest issue with these leaked documents is how they minimize their real taxes as a percentage of their income. On my previous video on billionaire wealth taxes, which I'll link to at the end, I covered how as a percentage, people earning $2 to $5 million pay the highest percentage on income in tax. But from there, the numbers start to go down. So I think it's important again to point out that billionaires are on a whole different level to those who earn a mere $5 million or below. I think it's important to point out because I think the common arguments occur between someone who earns an average income and someone who earns a high income but isn't at a mega rich level, when in fact both people arguing pay their fair share and should in fact be angry together against the billionaires who pay at times nothing. According to The Wire, in 2007, Jeff Bezos, then a multi-billionaire and now the world's richest man, did not pay a penny in federal income taxes. He achieved the feat again in 2011. In 2018, Tesla founder Elon Musk, the second richest person in the world, also paid no federal income taxes. Michael Bloomberg managed to do the same in recent years. Billionaire investor Carl Icahn did it twice. George Soros paid no federal income tax 3 years in a row, which is a stark difference to the average American and even those of the day-to-day rich who earn less than $5 million. According to The Wire, in recent years, the median American household earned about $70,000 annually and paid 14% in federal taxes. The highest income tax rate, 37%, kicked in this year for couples on earnings above $628,300. This is a big difference to Warren Buffett. As The Wire continues, no one among the 25 wealthiest avoided as much tax as Buffett, the grandfatherly centi-billionaire. That's perhaps surprising given his public stance as an advocate of higher taxes for the rich. According to Forbes, his riches rose $24.3 billion between 2014 and 2018. Over those years, the data shows Buffett reported paying $23.7 million in taxes. That works out to a true tax rate of 0.1% or less than 10 cents for every $100 he added to his wealth. To be fair, that's based on his wealth, not his income. So how do billionaires pull this off? Let's look at Jeff Bezos as an example. The Wire says consider Bezos 2007, one of the years he paid zero in federal income taxes. Amazon's stock more than doubled. Bezos' fortune leapt $3.8 billion according to Forbes, whose wealth estimates are widely cited. How did a person enjoying that sort of wealth explosion end up paying no income tax? In that year, Bezos, who filed his taxes jointly with his then wife, Mackenzie Scott, reported a paltry for him $46 million in income, largely from interest and dividends on outside investments. He was able to offset every penny he earned with losses from side investments and various deductions, like interest expenses on debts and the vague catch-all category of other expenses. In 2011, a year in which his wealth held roughly steady at $18 billion, Bezos filed a tax return reporting he lost money. His income that year was more than offset by investment losses. What's more, because according to the tax law, he made so little he even claimed and received a $4,000 tax credit for his children. That's right, Jeff Bezos got a $4,000 tax credit for his children, which seems hardly even worth bothering to file the paperwork for his wealth. One of the strategies to pay less tax is to not earn income. According to The Wire, Bezos' Amazon wages have only been around $80K per year, while Steve Jobs earned only $1 as Apple CEO in the 90s, which was copied by Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, and Larry Page. Which The Wire says, yet this is not the self-effacing gesture it appears to be. Wages are taxed at a high rate. The top 25 wealthiest Americans reported $158 million in wages in 2018, according to the IRS data. That's a mere 1.1% of what they listed on their tax forms as their total reported income. The rest mostly came from dividends and the sale of stock, bonds, or other investments which are taxed at lower rates than wages. In fact, they go on to say this is why Berkshire Hathaway does not pay dividends, as shareholders would then be forced to pay income tax on dividends rather than accumulating value in shares by reinvesting the money instead of paying dividends. So in short, the way they avoid paying taxes is by maximizing their expenses and minimizing their income from wages, and instead make income from the sale of stocks or other investments which are taxed at a lower level. The thing that really angers me the most about all of this is that billionaires are out there advocating for other people to pay more taxes, whilst they use every trick not to pay taxes, and what's worse is they would barely notice the difference. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, chuck me a like and subscribe to see more like it, and as always, good luck. If you got this far, you'll enjoy one of these videos.